Hey guys, so I have my Nissan Exa, aka Pulsar fuel sending unit here. It's super rusty. I'm going to clean it out, but I cleaned it up enough to fix part of an issue it was having, and that is the fuel gauge on the dash on the instrument cluster was not reading properly, and this thing was stuck, or not stuck, but it was just really hard to move, and that is the float. That measures how high the fuel level is. So when the fuel level is low, this thing's all the way down. When the tank is full, this thing's all the way up like that. This thing's just a sealed container of air, so it floats. This thing's used to be really stuck, so now it kind of flows freely. Anyway, hooked this up to an ohm meter. Got 0 ohms right now. Hooking up the black lead to ground. That's any metal piece on here. I confirmed that there's ground on all these already. I'm going to hook up the red lead to this yellow wire. That is the supply lead to this potentiometer. That's how this float works. There's a little pot in there. So you follow that back to right here. I'm going to hook that up there. And you can see in the down position, which is where the float is right now, it's all the way down, so that's an empty tank. This thing reads 90.8 ohms, and it should go down as the float goes up, so as you fill up the tank. So as you fill up the tank, this thing goes to 7.7 ohms. And it's important to realize that since this thing's old, I'm going to try and see if there's anything shady about the connection, the signal as you shake it. So if there's anything loose, I'm kind of shaking this thing. I'll pick it up and shake it all around, and it's a pretty constant reading of resistance there, 7 ohms. 7.7. So as you go down, goes back down to 90.8. That's exactly where it was before, so it's not anything different. Exactly 90.8. Full tank, exactly 7.7. So when the tank is full, this potentiometer allows signal from the yellow wire to go pretty much unrestricted back to the gauge cluster. Not unrestricted, but with only 7 ohms of resistance. So the needle in your dash cluster is going to be all the way up. As you go down, resistance increases to 90.8 ohms. So there's not much signal going over to the instrument cluster, and then your instrument cluster interprets that as a needle almost all the way in the down position. Anyway, this was not working earlier. It was pretty shaky, probably because of rust. Cleaned it off quite a bit. At this point it works, but I'm going to clean it off quite a bit more, make sure all that rust is gone. Alright, talk soon. Bye.